Hi besties! Today we're going to do a fun tie-dye kind of to close out the summer. But before that, make sure to join our crafting community on Facebook called Misfit Makers. And also make sure to check out our website at misfit-makers.com. So, okay guys, let's get started. We are going to be using a 12-ounce shorty from the Steel Magnolias. I made sure to spray paint that matte white. And we are going to use some Arteza acrylic markers. Look at this beautiful neon. We're going to start off with the Florescent Yellow, the Arctic Blue, the Florescent Orange, the Florescent Pink, the Florescent Green, and last but not least, the Lilac. Woohoo! You guys know neons are my jam. So anyway, we're gonna get started with the yellow. I like to start off by kind of creating my pattern or my roadmap to where I'm going to do my tie-dye. So as you see here, I'm just gonna do like a little swirly. You can do half of the cup or you can just do the front and work your way around it. Either way is fine. Some people just do the front, some people do the whole cup, just whatever you like. I am going to just start with the front and then have the ends meet at the back. Like I said, I'm going to start with my yellow and I'm just going to work my way around the little swirl that I made. You can use a pencil if you want or a highlighter if you prefer, if you're not going to start off with yellow or if yellow's not your thing. The yellow just covers up really well whenever you are making your little road map here. So let me tell you guys, there's no rhyme or reason on how to go about this. Like, just go at it, don't overthink it. If you want, you can practice on paper, but let me tell you, it's nothing like practicing on a cup. If you mess up, you can always just spray paint over it and start over again. Not a big deal. So as you see here, I'm just making my way around the circle or the little swirl, making little, I don't even know what to call it, like little jagged, fuzzy lines or I don't know, it almost looks like a heartbeat, you know, like the little toot toot beep beep beep. Anyway, so anyway, I'm making my way around the cup, doing the yellow first. And remember guys, acrylic markers, you can layer them. So if you don't like what it looks like, you can always go back and make fix any imperfections. As you see here, I'm filling up any of the empty spots, and you can drag your markers a little further out, drag them in, and as you add the more colors, you'll be able to see where you're missing different colors of whatever color. Where are my words today? Because I can't find them. Okay, next I'm gonna go in with my pink. And again, I am doing the same process. They look like little fuzzy hairs. You can do like little M's or you can do little lines, whatever floats your little boat. As you see here, I'm just kind of, if you notice, I'm kind of layering into my yellow. So you can still see the yellow kind of popping through the pink. The first time you go around with each color, it's kind of just like creating your little roadmap as to what your tie-dye is going to look like. I always go back and do another pass after it dries because that way your colors will be more vibrant, and also you can fill in any of the empty spaces and you can use it all. You can use that time to blend, or more not blend, more like pool at your colors. You'll see later on in the tutorial, but do not stress. The first time around, it looks a little wonky. Look, I messed up my bottom. And the bottoms you can leave blank, or you can do what I'm doing here, just kind of bringing the tie-dye down. And guys, keep in mind that tie-dyes aren't perfect. Tie-dyes do what they want. They do what they want. You have no control over how the print's gonna look like. So really, as long as it looks tie-dye-ish, then you've accomplished your goal. All tie-dyes are different, so don't sweat it. So again, guys, just go around your cup, alternating the colors. before you even start your project, think about the colors you're gonna use. I like to do about 5 colors max, or 6 colors max. I wouldn't do any more than that. I really should have only stuck to 5 or maybe even 4, because as you see, it gets a little crowded. My colors start to kind of get a little smaller, but it's okay. It's all about the effect, the tie-dye effect. So anyway, as you see here, my next color that I'm using is this lilac purple. This purple is very light and kind of pastel-y, so it's just gonna give it some dimension, because by the end of my tie-dye, you will see that you will only see little peekaboos of it. You won't see much of it. But again, if you want to layer it and kind of drag your colors out so you can see them a little bit more, absolutely do so. But make sure that your paint that you just put on there before is dry, or else you will be mixing and getting, the colors will get a little muddy. So if you want to add more, obviously let it dry. It does dry super quick, so you don't have to wait hours on hours, just a few minutes until it's dry to the touch, and then you can go in with your next color. Okay, now I'm going in with the green. I am layering the green between the pink, the purple, and the yellow a little bit. So if you want to see more of that purple, then and during your second pass, just kind of drag your purple over the green. Obviously, you guys know pink and green are my favorite colors, so I want those to shine the most, so I'm not really concerned over the purple. Like, I want the purple just to kind of peekaboo through, like I said. Again, just going over all my colors, making little jagged lines, some bigger, some smaller, give it some dimension. Just go at it. Don't be scared to make mistakes, and if you do, again, let it dry a little bit and then go over it with your other colors. Okay, so now we're going with this orange. This orange is super vibrant, and I kind of want it to peekaboo through my pink. So as you see here, I am kind of filling in any of the pink cracks, like where I didn't get it, and I'm just kind of filling in a little bit. I want my pink still to show, but I want that orange to be there too. So remember, do not be afraid to layer, do not be afraid to drag out your colors, give it some pizzazz. And again, I'm gonna say it over and over again, if you want to see more of another color, wait for it to dry, grab your other color and go right over it where you want more of the color to show. Do not be afraid to layer your colors. Acrylic markers are amazing because it does allow you to kind of fix your mistakes or add or where you want more or less. So just go for it. So remember at the beginning where I said that some people just like to do half of the cup, and some people like to bring their colors all the way through to the back? Well, this is an example of bringing your colors all the way to the back until they meet. So again, I just kind of follow the pattern. As you see here, my tie-dye is getting bigger, less tight, so you'll be able to see more of the colors. And as they meet in the middle, then you just kind of create your little pattern here. The blue's kind of gonna fill it up, and then at the end, I'm gonna let it dry for, I don't know, a few minutes before I go back and kind of fix any of my mistakes or add. As you see here, I'm going back in with the yellow, and it layers really well, just to give it a little pop. I love, love, love using yellow because I feel like it just kind of brightens it up, and if there is some spots where it got a little muddy, you can always add yellow and it brightens it up, or it fixes your mistakes. So here I am just kind of fixing any of my little mistakes and filling in any gaps. While I finish my last finishing touches here, Let's talk about decal placement. Some people like to put their decals front and center, and some like to put it where the tie-dye meets. There is no right or wrong way to do it, okay? Either way looks amazing. I'm actually not gonna put a decal at all, mostly because I'm in the process of moving and I cannot find my Cricut. So as much as I wanted to, I cannot at this moment. But I am gonna add some glitter to my epoxy to give it a nice little sparkle. You can even do a burnishing method or add some chunky opal over it. There's lots of variations of this design that you can do, and also a lot of color variations, so have fun with it. After you have your tie-dye just like you want it, let it dry really good. I probably let it dry for about 20 good minutes, and then I got my fast set ready, and I'm going to be using Karen by the Glitter Guy, and this is a beautiful sparkly, very ultra fine glitter. This is going to make my tumbler super sparkly without adding an extra step of glittering it. So mix your glitter in there really good, and then apply a layer of epoxy, and then I'm going to probably do about 2 more layers of epoxy before I finish this cup, making sure that you sand between each layer. I'm also going to be using my torch to pop any bubbles, and using CCDIY's Fast Set for my first 2 coats, and using regular artist resin by CCDIY for my final coat. So here I am, epoxying this cup, and then I'm going to torch it. Remember, when you torch your epoxy, make sure to go super fast. Do not stop. Do not collect money. Do not, pass go? I don't know, I haven't played Monopoly in a long time, but you know what I mean. You want to make sure your torch is always moving, never stopping in one place, or else you can burn your tumbler in your epoxy and ruin your whole thing. But anyway, here she is. And then she's done. Super summery, super bright. I hope this inspired you to make your own tie-dye. Thank you so much to all our Patreons for your support, and make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and go check out our Facebook group, Misfit Makers, and check out our mentorship group at MM Besties. And I'll see you guys next time.